hate people who are like, Telfar's not even good quality. Shut the fuck up. Girl, I hope this is a good angle. I have very shitty vision. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Alexis Barber. I'm 22. No, I'm not. I'm 23. I live in Brooklyn. I work full-time in big tech and I have a shopping addiction. I love aesthetically pleasing things. I love good clothes. I love skincare and makeup and beauty. And today I am sharing with you my favorites of 2021. Everything ranging from my home favorites, my clothing favorites, my podcast and book recommendations. And this is just a great place to just centralize everything that's very me. Make sure to click subscribe if you haven't already and to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for all the works of everything. I am so excited to make this video. I love stuff, so let's get started. Did you know not everything I bought was a slam dunk, I'll say that. I also want to talk about the worst 3 things that I bought this year. First of all, cheap furniture and rushing furnishing your apartment. So I spent way too much money this time last year buying a bunch of cheap furniture that I didn't actually love just because I wanted my apartment to feel whole, and it led me to selling, buying, redoing a bunch of shit. So if you're moving, just wait till you can afford the furniture that you want and then buy that, okay? Next up is an Equinox membership. I think you know I go to Equinox, but I bought this in April when I was feeling like, oh my god, we're opening the world, we can go back to the gym, like I just want to get out of my house. It's not worth the money in my opinion. Like if it's just for working out, which I don't personally, if I don't have to shower in a public place, I'm not going to, especially after COVID. So I understand why people bought it before because it was a very luxurious shower experience, whatever. Personally, now that I like to shower in my own place, but that equipment is available everywhere, I just don't think it's worth the money, so don't buy that shit. And finally, an Nespresso machine. So if you don't like espresso, don't buy an Nespresso machine. Like I love a latte, but like I like a big, long, black coffee, so do not. Okay, so now let's move on to my beauty favorites of 2021. The first of which, you know I never stop talking about this, it is the NARS Radiant Creamy Longwear Foundation. This stuff is absolutely incredible. I've been using it literally for almost 4 years now. I've tried other foundations. I don't feel like they work with my skin. There's always a weird color issue or something, and they don't look dewy and full coverage, and this does both of those really, really well. I have it in Valencia and Syracuse. Syracuse is my winter color and Valencia is my summer color, and right now I'm kind of just mixing both of them because Valencia is a little too light. But these are amazing, well worth the money. I love NARS and I really hope to work with them this year. Next up is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I have this on my lips right now, and honestly, like I was only buying like MAC lip pencils before this, but everyone was always talking about this and I didn't think it would work for me because it was something that, you know, like mostly white people were talking about it, so I didn't think it'd work on my skin tone. But it just looks like your lips, and I don't really like doing like a big colorful lip because I feel like my face is asymmetrical and it looks weird, but this does look really great, especially paired with some Fenty gloss on top. I love her. Next up is this Sephora brush cleaner. So I discovered this year. I've heard a lot of people have issues with their makeup brushes being dirty and that giving them acne. And I, as someone who suffered with acne for a long time, like I always was doing whatever the cleanest possible thing was to avoid any excess breakouts on my skin. So I discovered this a while ago, and what you do is you just spray it on a paper towel and then wipe your brush right after you use it, and all the makeup comes off, and it's sort of like a daily brush cleaner. I never put a brush on my face and I have not washed with this. Every month or so I like deep wash my brushes, like I get all the gunk out, but that really helps keep them up so that I don't have to wash them every week like I used to. Next for the beauty section are my YSL perfumes. This perfume, the Mon Paris one, my boyfriend actually got me for our second birthday together, so like 4 years ago he actually got me this, and I love this scent. It is so feminine and beautiful and warm, and I just like think it's so lovely, and this was my signature scent for a long time and I love it. I just love YSL, and everyone was talking about YSL Libre, and I smelled YSL Libre and I was like, this shit smells like oranges. Like, it does not smell good. I don't know why bitches are obsessed with it. So then when I was in the airport, I tried YSL Libre Intense, and the Intense is what's sexy. That smells amazing. Libre, No ma'am. Intense, yes. And this bottle, I mean, it's just gorgeous. This is my scent for play, and this is my scent for going to the office because I just think it's like very strong, and this one is very feminine. So love my YSL perfumes. Finally, for the beauty section is got to be Ultra Glue Gel. I use this for my brows. I use this when I'm going out and it's gonna be sweaty out on my edges. I think every black girl knows Got to Be super well. It's amazing, but I think that anyone can use it for their brows. I have not found a better brow gel that doesn't like pick. It's amazing. I keep mini ones in my purse. This can do no wrong. It is amazing. So moving right along to clothing purchases of this year, I'm gonna share my favorite basics. This is by no means all my favorite clothes. I don't know how I could show them all, but the jeans that I've gotten the most compliments on that I've loved this year are these Everlane 90s cheeky jeans. These are the perfect color, the perfect fade, and I got a size, I believe 29 regular, and they just fit so well and they've lasted really well. They get me the most compliments, I'm not kidding. They're a great investment piece for jeans. I also recently picked up some Abercrombie jeans that have been amazing. I love them. They are so comfortable and so cute. Next up is this oversized black blazer that I got from Zara. So I know that like I shop a lot at Zara, but I do think a lot of Zara's pieces are, so for those of us who grew up, you know, like only wearing Forever 21 and stuff, Zara is a little bit higher quality than what we've experienced. So therefore, like a lot of their stuff I actually really love and have continued to use for a very long time. And the Zara oversized blazer, I wore it with jeans, I wore it to the office, I wore it with a dress and heels. Like it really did just, it was my go-to thing in my closet this year. I definitely need one of these in 2022. And next up, I'm just going to show a picture because I don't want to dig them all out, but are my Aritzia loungewear. I had never really invested in loungewear previously. I think anyone in college will tell you that they never saw me in sweatpants. I just never liked the look of showing up somewhere in sweatpants. It just felt dirty to me. I was always a leggings girl. Athletics leggings are my favorite by all means. But Aritzia tracksuits, or not tracksuits, but like sweatsuits, really became my go-to this year. And I found that as long as the sweatsuit had like a boxy cut that was flattering to my body type, I really did feel put together in them, and recommend investing in Aritzia or any sort of like nice loungewear, because if you just buy regular sweatpants that are like 20 bucks from H&M, they're gonna pill really quickly, they're going to go away. And so I wear my Aritzia stuff at least 5 days a week, 100%. It lasts super well. It looks really polished and put together, and it was hard for me at first to invest in it, but I'm really happy I did. So those are my clothing favorites. In terms of stores, it's Aritzia and Zara for me no matter what. So now let's move on to shoes. I have 3 of my favorite shoes of the year to show you. The first are these Ride or Die Nike 270s. These I bought in March 2020 on sale in the beginning of the pandemic. They literally, I'm not kidding, look brand new. I wear these at least 4 days a week to go on walks. I wore these every single day to walk tons and tons of miles in the pandemic, and they still look amazing. I think they're very put together and perfect for the girls who wear a lot of black. I don't work out or run in these, but I do think that they are amazing, amazing walking like regular everyday errand shoes. So love these. Next up are my Nike High Dunks. So I got these pretty recently, which is why they look so clean, but I felt that these added an element of style to any basic outfit that Air Force Ones just couldn't do. I know Air Force Ones are a little more affordable. They're like $100, but I found these on, I believe it was Fight Club for like $250. And I feel like they just really elevated every look that I had, and I just like felt really confident in them. Getting a little played out with like all the white girls on Pinterest wearing them, but I still think they're a classic and they look really good. And I could not have a favorites video without my mini black Uggs. I bought these in October because I love Uggs, okay? I've had the regular short ones for most of my like childhood Uggs, but I got the short ones because I think they look a little bit more chic, like a little more of like an errand running shoe. There's also the mini like ultra short ones, and I think those are cute too, but I think those mini ones will last me longer. Like they will be in style for, like those were in style when I was in high school. They're in style now too. I just love Uggs. You can't beat the warmth and the comfort of an Ugg. Love wearing them. I wear them every day now. So now we'll do my favorite bags. So I know there's like a lot of thoughts on Telfar, but I think it's fair to say that these were my most used bags this year. And I think that Telfar, the medium size, is actually amazing for running basic errands, and I actually am using this as my like winter work bag, the Telfar Puffer one. I think these are amazing bags. They are only $250, so it's not like their quality is gonna be fucking Chanel, okay? Don't expect that and don't be annoying about that. These are universally accessible bags. They are amazing. I love using them, and I love having, like, this one is especially structured, and I love that. I hate people who are like, Telfar's not even good quality. Shut the fuck up. I have this one in tan. My boyfriend has it in black, so I just use his sometimes too. And then I have the minis in black, red, and white. I think I wore that white one to death this summer, but I just think these are a perfect gift. They are a perfect mini bag. I've done videos on my TikTok about how much you can fit inside here. I think that if you're in college or whatever, I think these are a great median. I wish I had bags like this when I was in college, because I always felt like I needed like more of a designer bag to be taken seriously. But the cool thing about Telfar is that it is still taken seriously. Like, you still look like you know what's going on in fashion, but it doesn't have to be a break the bank type of situation. So next up is my Chanel. No, it's not mine. I rent bags. Vivrelle and Bag Borrow and Steal are the two bag rental services that I use. I don't have $8,000, $4,000 to spend on designer handbags at the moment, but because I'm a creator, I like to take pictures and have them. I like to use them, and I don't think there's anything wrong with renting clothes, renting bags, whatever. I just think that many services I've used and many services I've loved using, and they give you an element of confidence that you sometimes don't otherwise have, and you can try out the bag for yourself to see if that's something that you really want to purchase long term. So for example, this little wallet on chain mini Chanel camera bag, I may have like wanted to buy this previously, but now that I've gotten to try it out, I've learned that it's kind of too small for me, and I don't think I want to keep it forever. This is not a bag that I want to invest in. But the other bag that I don't have anymore because I traded it in on Vivrelle, which I never should have done, was the Prada Re Edition with the strap. That bag I am considering purchasing because you can take off that big strap, which looks so good for like day-to-day running errands, whatever, and you can make that into a little evening bag. And I think that those little Prada bags are just the best early investment piece, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and purchase that one because it is so good. But also then I tried out the Chanel medium flap bag. I personally would not buy this in gold hardware because I'm a silver hardware type of person, but I do love that I got to try out using this bag and how large it is. This is my dream bag when it comes to purchasing, so I will probably purchase this like in the near future, like not in the near future, when I can afford it, I'll purchase it. It's gorgeous. I love her so much. So now let's move on to my favorite home, etc., like making my space feel great item. All my furniture and stuff can be linked. It can be found in the link, alexisbarber.com/links, and all of my apartment stuff. I still love everything in my apartment. I want to share some favorites that have added little luxuries that are more affordable that I just I'm obsessed with and have made me really happy this year. Starting with my glassware from CB2. So I dream of the day that I can not only afford a CB2 item, which I can currently afford, but that they're in stock and will actually be delivered to me. But supply chain. These glasses are adorable and they just sit on my bar cart, and even though they're not a huge decor piece in my house, you can still see my style reflected there, and I just think they're adorable. I love making my little margaritas in there, and these wine glasses are equally as gorgeous and stylish and interesting, and I just really, really love them. They are dishwasher safe and everything, so they're a great thing to gift and also a great thing to just elevate your home, especially if you are purchasing things more on a budget but you want to show some elevation in some ways. The CB2 accessories are the best way to do that. Like my pillows behind me are CB2 and they just like really elevate the space. My desk and desk chair are also. Next up is my water bottle that's just sitting here. But my water bottle was actually sent to me by my job, but I have another one in plain black. And these are these simple, modern, 24-ounce classic cups. These are so sleek. Most water bottles are fucking ugly, but these are adorable and make me feel like I want to drink my water. The straw is amazing. You should definitely wash it every week or so, whatever. But I love this. It's super sleek. They fit anywhere. They are just like amazing. I just really love this. I don't think I would like it in any other color, but I do really like the way that this helps me drink my water. Is so sleek and like doesn't like look ugly, you know. And now for candles. I love like just a deep, disgusting fresh vanilla scent. That's my favorite smell. The other favorite smell that I like to use is the scent of Capri Blue's candle Volcano. These are expensive though. This is a $34 candle. It's gorgeous, it's stunning, it's beautiful, right? And it definitely lasts a long time. I've kept this burning for a while. But my dupe for this that smells almost exactly the same, is just kind of fucking ugly, is this Opal House Sparkling Yuzu candle that you can get at Target for 10 bucks. And I've gone through at least 20 of these this year. Like, these are so good. I love them so much. You definitely need to get one. Try it out, see if you like it. The Capri Blue is more of a decor piece for me than like as something I use every day, but I don't feel bad burning this 24/7 because I love it. Finally, we're gonna do some lifestyle favorites, like my favorite books and podcasts. But speaking of podcasts, something I invested in this year is these Bose wireless headphones. I actually used to use AirPods, obviously, but those were, even the smallest ones would always fall out of my ear. They just did not really fit. And what these have is a super, like, it will always fit, go into your ear, and especially because I started running this year, are amazing for working out. You don't have to always wear AirPods. It connects to everything like normal. And the next two books that I really loved this year, this one doesn't have the little folder thing on the outside, but the first is The Four Agreements, which is a very short, I think 100-page book that is life-changing. When I tell you, when I was reading this, I was sobbing at some parts because it talks about your inner child and how you've been conditioned to think and believe the certain things that you do, and it really, really hurts my heart how much I went through growing up and how much this book helped me realize none of that was my fault, but now it's my responsibility to grow and change. And it's very tangible tips that you don't always think about in order to go about your day. If you have nothing to do over break, definitely pick it up and read it. And this book is called We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. I really liked this book because it just reminded me that financial freedom is not something that should be gatekept. A lot of us have been conditioned that we are not capable of making money and that money's a bad thing, whatever. And this helped me really plan out and build my financial future in my mind. And I felt like that was really helpful. It was written by a woman who looks like me, who's a mixed woman who built up her business completely by herself and came from nothing. And that for me was a really big piece of representation that I loved. And now for favorite podcasts. So my favorite podcasts this year have to start with On Purpose by Jay Shetty and The School of Greatness by Lewis Howes. I just love listening to a good motivational podcast in the morning, and it really helps me get my day started and also just feel like a normal human being. I always come back to myself when I'm listening to podcasts like that. The next one is Life with Marianna. I love Marianna Hewitt. She's my idol influencer, and I think that she did a great job of being very quick with her episodes, but also delivering a ton of value. So check that one out. My absolute favorite podcast that I could not wait for the episodes every single week that just made me like laugh so hard is The Read with Crystal and Kid Fury. It is so funny. They talk about Black pop culture every single week for about 2 hours, and I love to listen while I'm in the shower, while I'm cleaning, whatever. It just brings me so much joy. And finally, every morning I listen to The Daily and Up First from NPR. Both of those are really amazing podcasts for staying up to date. So if you're new to podcasting, I'd start there, or with Betch's Morning Announcements, which is amazing. Those are my favorite things of 2021. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that we have way more favorite things this time next year. I only recommended the things that I would buy again in a heartbeat for myself, so please definitely let me know if you purchase any of these, and head to my Instagram and TikTok for way more product recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, you're too smart to not love yourself, and have a wonderful day.